Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal for you or not really?
Halloween is definitely a big deal for me, just because I get to dress up and be someone else, like a different character. It just brings out personalities in me. It's fun.
Let's start with Halloween costumes. Okay, for you, how serious is costume planning?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so costume planning. It's always the last minute for me because
Okay.
my schedule is very hectic and it's no structure when it comes to me doing things for me. So it's always last minute. I always get last minute stuff and it always makes an impression and does good. So.
What
Yeah.
costumes have you dressed up as in the past?
Oh my goodness. My past Halloween costumes, last year I was a sexy cop. The year before that was Becky with the good hair.
Okay.
Becky with the good hair, that's really funny. It was last minute, so. And the last year before that, I think I was Superwoman. Yeah.
What about costumes as a kid? Anything growing up?
A pumpkin. Typical for your parents to put on a pumpkin outfit and go in the pumpkin patch and all that. Yeah.
Out of all these costumes you just named, which one received the most attention for you?
Oh my goodness. Me being a sexy cop last year. Yeah, of course my fan base increased since the previous years, so I can see why I did that.
How sexy are we talking? Are there different levels to the sexy cop?
There's different levels. I was the one with the fishnets, the one with the, ass out, skirt. Yeah, really, out there. But it was fun because I was still a cop and I still had handcuffs. And if you act up, I would lock your ass up.
Did you handcuff anybody?
No, I did not that time. Sucks, but I wanted to.
Now, curious, what drew you to that costume?
Well, I was just at the costume store and I said I need something that I've never done before, but something where I could still showcase me being sexy. So I decided to just go with the sexy cop. And I'm so bossy, so it really matches my exterior.
So this was a costume you bought?
Yeah, I bought it. Okay. I bought it like that, but see, it fit me differently than the editorial shot. It was supposed to be not so revealing like that, but see, I got some thighs small, so it was fitting a little different.
Now, ever done matching costumes with somebody before?
No, I've never done any matching costumes.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
And has anyone ever dressed up as you before?
Yes, actually one year, some fan of mine, this girl said, I'm dressed up as Ellie Ball. She had the fro. It was really cute. Sexy clothes on. I was really flattered by it.
Now, when it comes to Halloween, trick-or-treating is a big deal for some.
Mm-hmm.
Craziest thing you ever received trick-or-treating?
Oh my goodness. I think I had a love letter on Halloween trick-or-treating when I was like a teenager. That was the crazy part. You remember when you were a kid, we used to go trick-or-treating with the pillowcases? And yeah, that's what we did. And some boy like wrote a love letter to me and telling me how much he was in love with me. Yeah.
He hands you this love letter?
Yes.
So you knock on his door?
I knocked on his door with all my friends. It was a neighborhood thing. And he had a love letter for me along with some candy. But he's like, here, LA. I'm like, okay.
You read it right then and there?
Yes, that's how crazy I was at the time, yeah.
And did you like this kid? Were you...
It was funny because he was telling me he always had a crush on me.
Okay.
And we were kids. They were 13 and he's probably 14. So I'm like, okay, is this a joke? And I just read it and he was just, professing his, love.
So you don't like this kid like that in that manner?
Not like that, no.
So after you read it, was it awkward?
I don't think it was so much awkward. It was just I was thrown off, so I was like, kind of took him back. But it wasn't awkward because I knew who this person was, but I never really had a physical interest for him at that time. And like I said, we were kids, so I didn't take it that serious.
Was he expecting something for you to have some sort of reaction after this?
Probably so. Oh my God, thanks. Oh my God, this is amazing. But no. My reaction was, oh, this is cute. Very cute.
And you don't think he did this with other girls? You think this letter was just for you?
Hey, you never know, Smallz. Guys these days, pimping's kind of smooth. We were kids, so,
What was the relationship with after that?
Oh, just strictly friends, platonic, just friends. And then, of course, we grew apart. I moved, and that was just the end of that.
I see. Okay, what about this? When it comes to Halloween,
Yeah.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Favorite Halloween
What did
candy?
you look forward to in that pillowcase?
I love Starburst. I love Skittles. I'm not really into chocolate at all. It's funny because growing up, my mom said I used to love chocolate, but I do not like chocolate. Please don't give me chocolate, please. So definitely Starburst and Skittles. But I ate a lot of candy in my life as a kid, so I'm surprised, my teeth were halfway decent. Let's just say that.
Your teeth have changed too since then.
They have changed. We still got the gold tooth going on, but this was doctor approved.
And
Shout out to Dr. Montoya for the billion.
okay, I was gonna ask who that was.
Dr.
These are veneers,
Yeah, they are veneers. 28 tops and bottoms.
and we may talk about that in another segment here
Okay.
after. But okay, what about this? When it came to Skittles, was it a certain flavor? Because I know there's the red bag, there's the purple bag. They got other.
Yeah, they have tropical, all that. But I like the original one.
The red
I'm good
bag.
with the original. Yeah, the red bag.
And Starburst, was it a certain flavor, certain color?
It's a pink and yellow. Yeah, I hate the red. I don't know why I never like cherry Starburst ever. I always throw that one out.
Would you ever eat both at the same time, pink and yellow?
Yes, I do that. Yes. Yes.
Ever
Sure,
throw it in the fridge?
No. I don't like cold stuff. My teeth are so sensitive.
Even the new veneers?
No, actually, no. They were sensitive prior to the veneers because of eating so much candy and being corrupt by all the sugars. So I'm like, fillings and stuff like that make your teeth sensitive. So
Now, what was the thing you could not stand? It was you always left it in the bag, the pillowcase, perhaps. What was the candy you least liked?
probably Almond Joy. Oh my God, Almond Joy. I'm like, what? Who does this? Yeah,
What was it about Almond Joy you didn't like?
just
Got
didn't
the
like
word
flavor.
joy in it.
Yeah, well, hey, I do bring a lot of joy, but I did not like that almond. No, I just don't like the flavor.
Ever passed out candy yourself?
Yeah, I did. Actually, one year I did pass out candy, actually, to kids in my neighborhood.
How was that?
It was fun, but then I'm such a giving person, and I was such a giving person even growing up that they always like, you got any candy? Like, I turned them into, like, dope fiends. So I'm like, hey, this ain't Halloween, so.
What did you give out?
Starburst, dummy lollipops, the little ones. Runts, you remember Runts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nerds. We just go to the dollar store or Walmart and load up on the big packages, variety packages.
Never gave out candy as L.A. Loved the Boss, though.
No, I've never done that. No. Back then, I was just a cool kid. Cool kid.
Ever went trick-or-treating in the rich neighborhood?
Well, I like to say, I grew up in the suburbs, so I grew up in a really middle-class neighborhood anyway, so that's where I lived. Everybody was doctors, lawyers, yeah.
Now, what about this? On Halloween, haunted houses are a big deal for some people. What about you?
I love haunted houses. Actually, I plan on going to Six Flags this Halloween.
Best haunted house you ever been to?
It was one in Virginia, actually. I'm not sure I remember the name, but I was, how was I? Maybe around 10. And I promise you, this wasn't part of the script. This motherfucker came out the woods, running, chasing everybody, and then later that week, it was ironic that people were saying it was somebody on the loose dressing up as Michael Myers, but really they were like a psychopath. So it was weird. So I don't know if that was part of the plan, but it was supposed to be. But the kids were really mortified, including myself.
Don't remember the name of this haunted house.
No, I do not.
All right. Now, when it comes to haunted houses, there are different levels of haunted houses. There's, of course, the man-made haunted house. Mm-hmm. They spook you, scare you, make you jump. Then there's some haunted houses where you have to sign a waiver before you enter. Was this a waiver haunted house?
No, it was not a waiver at all, no.
Ever been to one you had to sign a waiver for?
No, I have not.
Would you?
Probably so, yeah. For definitely for protection, now that I know that, especially being now who I am, definitely. Because like I said, it's entertainment, it's all fun, but still protection comes first. So I think that's needed in certain things.
Well, it actually might be protection for the haunted house, not for you.
Well, that's fine. But protect me while protecting them, so yeah. But it might just be suiting for both people, both parties. So whatever needs to be done is fine.
Now, there's also haunted houses that are not man-made. They're houses that have really had hauntings and sightings and documented things of this nature. Would you ever attend a house such as that?
I'm not sure if I'd do that. Now, listen, I'm really risk-taking. I'm a daredevil, but I'm not sure. That's no structure there. See, boss has got to have structure, and that's no structure. That's just a little bit too sporadic for me.
All right, also on Halloween, excuse me, scary movies, horror movies are a big deal. Sounds like you're really into them.
Yes, I am.
Scariest movie of all time, in your opinion, whether it got you as a kid or maybe even recently, I don't know.
Scariest movie of all time. I love all the Halloweens. I'm not going to lie to you. Every Halloween was scary to me. When Michael Myers came out there, I'm like, oh my God. And the latest one, I think, was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Quote me if I'm wrong. But that was really scary. So all the Halloweens are always really, really good. Always good.
Not a particular one that scared you even more than the other
I like the last one, the recent one that came out about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I went to the theater and saw that. The latest one was really the all-time, I think, in my opinion, scariest one.
And if anybody knows the name of that here on this YouTube, share the title.
Please share the title.
Leave a comment and share a title. Now, what about this? Do you believe in ghosts?
I do believe in ghosts, actually. I do, because I do feel like spirits live forever. You know, once we're just a shell. So once we go, our spirits live on forever. And whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's real. You know, I do believe in all of that, ghosts, afterlife, and all that. But really, I don't think that it's really. I don't give it the name, the stereotypical ghost. I do just believe in spirits and stuff like that.
All right. Well, what about this? For sake of wording, ever had a quote unquote ghost encounter?
Yes, I have.
Something you can share?
Oh my goodness. So I remember spending a summer with my grandmother in North Carolina. And she would always get on me and say, you know, if you don't act right, your great-grandma's going to come visit you in your sleep. And this was a big house in the country. I mean, literally on 5 or 6 acres, out in the farmland, no neighbors or nothing, just country living. And my great-grandma's room was right next door to mine, and she died in that house. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I remember coming up from the, walking upstairs from the basement one night, and I saw my great-grandma with a bonnet on sitting right in the goddamn living room staring at me. And I'm like, what? And remember, I never met my great-grandmother before. I never met her before. I only seen pictures of her. So I knew what she looked like and what she resembled. But I was like, oh shit, I ran. She said, I told you. And that was it. So that's real. I never will forget that. Never.
Now, this is your grandmother's house. This grandmother is on your mother's side?
Dad.
Father's side?
Yeah.
You remember what city of North Carolina this was?
Hamlet, North Carolina. Hamlet. It's a city that people go. It's a town, rather. What the hell is Hamlet? Yeah, like Rockingham, Hamlet. It's really all in a small radius, but population very low.
Remember what age this was when this happened?
I think I was...
Or what grade?
Definitely probably 11 or 12. Yeah. Yep.
And, okay, you saw your great-grandmother.
Yes.
What did it look like? Okay, we see depictions of ghosts and spirits in movies, but what did you actually... I mean, you described it, but is it like a see-through type of thing? Is it...
I actually saw my great-grandmother vividly. I saw her in a long gown and a bonnet, a satin silk pink bonnet. So I saw it in colors meets what the hell, like, this is very odd because I'd never seen anything like that before.
And was the living room lit up or was dark?
Dark, because my grandmother always keeps her house dark and super dark. Curtains closed, really dark, really condensed. So I was like, whoa. Oh my God.
And did it make any noise? Was there any sound?
I swear I just walked upstairs from the basement because the basement is huge. A basement's like an apartment. It's up 2 apartments. And I just walk upstairs and I look to the right just to look because I was always paranoid in that house anyway. That house was like very torturous. And I happened to look to the right and she's sitting there. I'm like, this is crazy. But I told my grandma, told my dad as well. And they're like, I told you. So. They claim they've seen her there plenty of times before. So
Like in that same spot?
just in the house, around the house and all that. So
Do you know how she passed away?
I think it was cancer, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, she died like 10 years before I was born.
Did she die in her room? Did she die at in a particular part of the house?
Yeah, they did say she died in the house, but sometimes when people say that could just mean her last days were in the house, whatever have you. But yeah, my room, and this is the crazy thing. My room was right next to hers. So I had a master suite, and it was my room that I spent summers there in her room. And then our bathroom was shared and connected together. So her door and my door, it was right in the middle. Right in the middle.
And how long do you see this image for?
How long did I see that image for?
Yeah. Was it like you just see it and you're scared and you go back downstairs?
Definitely 5 to 6 seconds I saw her. I was initially shocked, but then I had to get the hell out of Dodge. No, I was scared straight. Scared straight.
And, somebody watching this that might not believe in ghosts or spirits, they might ask, you think this was your mind playing tricks on you, perhaps?
Yeah, I definitely know that people have their own opinions, but I definitely do know that was not my mind playing tricks on me. No. And if that was a trick, don't play that again, mind. But no, it was real. It was real, and I always will remember it because I seen her so vividly. And at that point, I just knew, okay, spirits are real, ghosts are real. Everything that everyone said that might happen, it happened. Definitely happened.
Now, what about music, okay? Sometimes there are there's songs that are released and they become Halloween music or, have that theme that fits Halloween. Do you have a favorite Halloween song, perhaps? A song like during the Halloween season that you really enjoy?
Smallz,
Maybe a classic.
I would like to tell you I do, but I don't. I don't have a favorite Halloween song. I just love the whole Halloween theme, like I said, but yeah, I don't have a song.
Ever made a Halloween theme song yourself?
No, I have not made a Halloween song. I made a Christmas song, but not Halloween.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd be open. I'd be definitely open to make a Halloween song.
Ever used Halloween as a release date for music?
No, I have not actually. I think it would be great marketing just because the traffic is so heavy on Halloween. People posting their costumes, videos going viral, and things like that. It's a great marketing strategy, in my opinion.
Now, I know you've done modeling in the past and acting and, of course, music as well. Ever been booked on the music side of things, though, or performed during Halloween?
No, not on the music side with Halloween yet. Not yet. Soon to come.
Ever been arrested on Halloween or had to serve time in jail during it?
No, never been arrested at all. And neither have I been on Halloween.
Some people have, just checking.
My record's clean like my bill of health.